Katt Williams just shook up the internet after he exposed disturbing details about how Beyoncé helped Jay-Z get away with allegedly unaliving DMX. X never sucked up to Jay for anything, and Jay didn't like that. Because X couldn't be controlled like other rappers, Jay blackballed him. Katt claims he saw it all happen and even reached out to DMX because he could relate. Just like X, Katt says he was also blackballed and punished for refusing to conform to this freak-off industry. DMX's career started to decline after Jay-Z joined Def Jam, and according to Jay's ex-best friend of Gotti, that was no coincidence. Irv says Jay sabotaged DMX's career until nothing was left, forcing him to rely on substances. For those who don't know, Jay and DMX knew each other before fame, but things changed when Jay became Def Jam president. Out of jealousy, Jay allegedly worked against DMX even though X had the industry locked down with 5 back-to-back #1 Billboard albums.
Everybody knows you've had battles with throughout the years.
Yeah.
So at the time, they were saying that, you was on drugs. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video, everything. That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's
like
get
people,
rid of the competition?
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help? Or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. I mean, they just, all I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. Don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. You know what I mean? But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never, Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the groundwork with DMX.
DMX himself spoke out in a radio interview, accusing Jay-Z of using his power at Def Jam to sabotage his career.
What happened was, I had the crazy track record at Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, DMX is running the building like, yo, you good. Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Let's go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good. It's all good.
And remember how I said earlier that Jay's ex-best friend of Gotti also exposed him? According to Irv, Jay was jealous of DMX and even ruined a joint album that he, Ja Rule, and X were working on. Irv claims Jay did this because he was upset that X bodied him on every song.
I ever had, I was like, we gotta sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, DMX don't sell, your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more like him. Yeah, but he don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a. So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange happened when I made Get At Me Dog.
Jay's cold treatment of X set the tone for their messy relationship. Even though they worked together on a few songs afterward, word is they were still clashing behind the scenes until X died. I've also revealed there was a collaborative album featuring X, Jay, and Ja Rule, but it never came out because Jay was salty about X overshadowing him.
X was with it, Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it, Ja was with it.
Why do you think Jay didn't want to be about it?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It was not.
One more than the other, or
listen, no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's gonna do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica.
They all worshipped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with. I'm saying they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're gonna say your name and thing, but they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that what is gonna say I'm not the nicest.
That's what right.
It's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is potential loss. With now people are saying, these is better than you.
Some people even claim Jay's jealousy of X allegedly drove him to take X out, and that Beyoncé knows how it happened but is staying quiet to protect him. After all, this is her husband, so it makes sense she would cover for him. Not only that, but Beyoncé allegedly has her own bodies, and Jay supposedly helped her cover those up too. If you remember, Jaguar accused Jay-Z and Beyoncé of keeping people hostage in their house to torture them. She even accused them of being involved in the deaths of Aaliyah and Jay's pregnant mistress, Kathy White.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
When it comes to Kathy, people did some digging and believe she was who Beyoncé was confessing about in her song Daughter. In that track, Beyoncé gave graphic details about how she, Jay-Z, and a bathroom attendant allegedly cleaned up the crime scene. The lyrics say, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors. Your blood stains on my custom coutures. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do." At the time of Kathy's death, the pathologist ruled it a brain aneurysm, but Jaguar claims Jay and Beyoncé were behind it. She says Jay took Kathy out because Beyoncé discovered the affair and told him to handle it before she did.
Was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand, see? I mean, I'm just speculating.
Now, going back to X, the pressure on Jay grew so bad he had to address it. He claimed that despite the tension, there was still love between him and DMX. But if you listen to Of Gotti, it didn't sound like there was love at all. Word on the street is Katt Williams also believes Jay had something to do with DMX's death and rejected him because X refused to suck up to him. If anyone knows what it feels like to be targeted for refusing to sell their soul, it's Katt. He revealed last year that while filming Friday After Next, producers tried to make him film a scene where Terry Crews would assault him. Katt said he refused, telling Ice Cube and the producers that there was nothing funny about it. He admitted it was risky since it was his first movie, but he stood his ground even though they made him feel difficult.
Truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got r***ed in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Takes any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. People want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.